Creative writers, and really creative types of all kinds, have been known to encounter resistance from people like parents, schools, peers, basically all over the place. Mm-hmm. How do you move past that resistance to be who you are and do what you need to do creatively?
Well, me personally, I moved 3,000 miles away. It helps for many people, I think. I think when people start to travel and they go away from the people who expect certain things of them, that helps a lot. My neighbor's now mowing his lawn, and I'm sorry if you can hear that. That's all I'm saying. So I moved 3,000 miles away and started writing novels because I knew I wanted to. But then when you get into the business, and people are like, this might be a little too weird or something. I mean, that was why I was getting rejected at first. We had about 3 novels rejected once I had an agent, and it was because they were too weird. And I just thought, great, this is great. They're too weird. At least they're not too boring. And I don't know. I just I was always like that. I was that kid who just kind of gave up wanting to be normal when I realized how normal looked. Does that make sense? So when it comes to the arts, I think that, my mentor when I met him, he was an 82 or 83-year-old abstract painter in Ireland. He's no longer with us. His name's Tony O'Malley, fantastic painter. And he painted for many, many years. And in the 30s in Ireland, he would hide his paints and canvases under his bed because that was something you shouldn't do. A serious man shouldn't be painting. That's crazy. He was, he had to work in the bank. And, eventually, in his 70s, he was starting to get shows. He moved away, though. He moved down to Penzance or St. Ives and in England. And he was finally accepted, really, in his 60s and 70s and 80s. And, I mean, if you got to wait that long, it's all about the art, So how do you meet with the resistance? You get it out through art. I think that's why we're artists. We're artists because it gives us our outlet. And even with rejection, I mean, a lot of that book that you're reading, again, I crawl through it, a lot of it's about crawling through this business and crawling through the same thing, resistance. Talks about Mozart and how, I don't know if you've ever seen Amadeus, but, too many notes. And there's Mozart, and they still have to say too many notes. It's like, really? This is Mozart. Just zip it, right? But, so the resistance, I think it's within.